Now, we do have the breaking news. The director of the National Economic Council, Larry Summers, is set to leave the White House by the end of the year. His replacement has yet to be named, but we are learning more about a top contender. Let's go to Washington, D.C., where Hans Nichols is standing by. Hans, give us the insight.
Well, what we know is that Roger Altman, a former undersecretary, deputy Treasury Secretary under Clinton, is a leading contender for this job that Larry Summers will be vacating. We also know he was seen outside of the Oval Office today, waiting for a meeting with President Obama. We also know that the White House is at pains to repair the relationship with the business community. Now, the White House has said that the president is considering a number of qualified candidates, and that he has only begun the process. No decisions have been made. That's from a White House spokeswoman, Jen Psaki. What we do know, though, is that this is an administration that just got back from Asia. They spent 10 days, the president in particular, talking about how he wants to improve the relationship with business. He said that right off the bat after the election when he had that press conference in Washington, how some of the optics and rhetoric can be improved, and that this is really a great opportunity, Pim, for them to do that, is to pick someone with Wall Street experience that Roger Altman has. All
right, Hans Nichols coming to us from Washington, D.C., giving us that breaking news. So what does Wall Street make of Roger Altman? We're joined now via telephone. We have the chief executive and founder of Minionville Media, Todd Harrison. Todd spent nearly 2 decades on Wall Street working for Morgan Stanley, the Gallion Group, as well as Kramer Berkowitz. So, Todd Harrison, if indeed Roger Altman is tapped to replace Larry Summers, do businesses go out and cheer?
Well, I like it, Tim. I think that this is a step in the right direction, if indeed this is the direction that they're going to pursue. Mr. Altman, he has a proven track record as a critical decision maker, and he's been pretty outspoken on the risks of eroding confidence in the Federal Reserve for some time now, as well as the caveats of higher inflation and dollar devaluation and the potential for rising long-term interest rates. So he seems to have the mops in terms of Wall Street, and he's been on record saying that the entire regulatory system must be rebuilt. So he favors centralized authority, increased transparency. I like it. I think it's a good move if this is the direction that they're going to go.
Todd Harrison, compare Roger Altman to Larry Summers. Larry Summers, an academic, an economist. Roger Altman, he's a businessman. He gets deals done.
Right, and I think that's a critical point. This is the financial fabric, the global financial fabric as it currently stands, is very, very intricately woven. And it's very delicate, and this speaks to the need for insiders to help us unwind this tangled web. And it's not something you're going to learn about in a classroom per se. It's something that you really need to be in the pits and have experience with in order to address it. So I think this is a strong move, and your previous commentator said it speaks to the potential for repairing the relationship with Wall Street and Main Street. And I think that if this is the direction that the administration moves in, I think it's an overall good move on the margin, potentially negative for financial services firms in the near term, but overall a very positive, long-term, tangible solution for the administration.
I want to thank you very much, Todd Harrison. He's the chief executive and founder of Minionville Media. You can read more about the potential for Roger Altman to take over from Larry Summers at minionville.com.